Outside, music. Since being crowned, Charles has had the worst headache. How to kick out Harry and Meghan. The angry he is forced to choose sides by Royal, who puts her foot down. Welcome back to our Kate Middleton and the Queen channel, and once again, many thanks. King Charles is currently dealing with a difficult situation, according to people close to the king. After his mother, the late Queen, passed away, he has been having a lot of trouble juggling his own ambitions with the need to uphold the monarchy in the face of opponents both inside and beyond his family. According to what we've discussed previously, Meghan is getting more assertive in her divorce proceedings, and Harry seems to be growing more and more desperate in Los Angeles. The king must act appropriately in handling this matter in the meantime due to the threat posed by Meghan's reveal book. If King Charles is content to take his time and find kind answers to the Harry and Meghan situation, the lawyers won't stand for it, and it appears that the attorneys are the actual powerhouse in the royal family. In addition, William is reportedly running out of patience. It seems unlikely that Harry will ever be able to make amends with his family and the British public, so King Charles's most important decision right now is which son to support. If the palace reveals the truth about those children, Meghan Markle will be ruined, if she hasn't already. She has already made mistakes in the palace and in Hollywood. It also doesn't seem like Harry will be returning home for Christmas, even though Meghan has been the catalyst for the worst of their behavior. It is widely acknowledged that Harry has been complicit in her terrible behavior throughout this entire period. He has let her manipulate him into lying and cheating, and he has joined in whenever he could. Despite his reputation as a respectable member of the royal family, Harry's past should not be used as an excuse for him to ignore his role as an enabler of her depravity, and he bears much of the responsibility for his own actions as well as those of his family. Meghan was also urged by Harry to treat her own father poorly. People tend to be pretty gullible, so many people will likely forget how awful they are when they reach her age. In order for Meghan Markle to be employed in Hollywood, she would have to possess acting talent. Someone like Meghan is never going to succeed in this industry since it's really tough for older actresses. Meghan appears to be a fierce competitor, but what specific skill sets her apart in this fictitious contest? She isn't a skilled podcaster. She really lacks sense of style, in my opinion. Honestly, I have no idea what Meghan does for a living other than try to make her spouse die and cling to him. She's not really that creative. She calls herself a big feminist, in my opinion. I disagree. Every time we read or hear about Meghan and Harry in the news, we have to keep in mind that they are manipulators and two jerks. However, these isolated tales are essentially the same as the fable of the child who cried wolf, and they won't persist forever. In the end, when no one is paying her any attention at all, that's what will really destroy her. The only thing left for Meghan to use would be the invisible children, and of course they have those titles. With today's computer-generated imagery, she could easily use Artwell Productions to create a whole storyline. She could create images of them for almost her whole life and she could probably make a decent amount of money off that, but let's just say that people are getting distracted and bored with them. As for any payoff, well, you know she's going to spend it in no time and she's going to be right there back on the streets. I fear that there is still more time before the show ends, but for now, I'm glad we have this private area where we can discuss how ridiculous everything is. Some of your comments are really funny. The saga is generally pretty boring, though occasionally there are amusing moments, but these are becoming increasingly rare. Something needs to change because the slow-motion train wreck we have been watching is becoming a little monotonous. In yesterday's video, I stated that the royal family has nothing to fear from Meghan Markle. Let's hear what you thought about this viewpoint. The first comment I would like to share is from Susan Roberts. This is very amazing. Susan says she did it for anything she published and didn't purchase or read Harry's book. One foolish member of our book group cast a lone vote in favor of us reading Harry's book instead of Spare. After everyone cast their votes to remove her, we made the decision to undertake a charitable or good deed. The cost of the Spare was shared by all of us, and we gave the remaining cash to a nearby warming center so that the homeless would have fresh knickers, socks and toiletries for their overnight stays. This is such a sweet story, Susan. I'm grateful you shared. I'm very inspired by this. I believe that everyone should consider where their money is going. As most of you are probably aware, I have discontinued my Netflix account. Even if you're only inquisitive about Harry's dumb book, I hope everyone keeps in mind that money is usually better off being donated to charitable causes. Though they don't want to assist others, Harry and Meghan discuss philanthropy. The fact that regular people like you, Susan, care about helping others makes me very happy, and I have no doubt that the homeless people you assisted were very grateful for your kindness. The next fascinating statement was, I believe the royal family is holding on to her past at the perfect moment, but she believes it has been erased completely, which is why she's acting this way. I believe that the person who leaked the information was Harry because he seemed unable to control his mouth. Oh, I like this theory, it might be true. I think the royal family is holding on to a lot of information until the right moment to reveal it.